Alright, you might remember me making an inlay ring for a Chicago rescue diver from using parts of his wetsuit and his dry suit a few months back. If not, here's a picture of him actually jumping into the water in his wetsuit. But he wants me to make another ring for him, but this time using parts of his wetsuit and parts of his wife's uniform. She's a nurse, so I'm going to go ahead and make another ring for him, very similar. I'm going to take this, which is sort of a cloth, and chop it up and make sort of a wool out of it, sort of a dark blue. And then I will take this rubbery piece here and make little tiny little chips, and I'll have this blue inlaid with the blue with the little red chips, like a little row of them around the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. First thing I want to do is cut up these two parts and to make the inlay materials. So let's get started. Alright, let's take this blue material and we'll just start kind of cutting it up and tearing it up and making it where almost like a wool. So let's go and do that. Okay, there's that. Let's cut this little piece of this guy. With this, we're trying to cut it some squares, some triangles, some trapezoids, some rhombuses, some dodecahedrons, some octagons, some pentagons, just kind of make it look like little random shapes. But no trapezoids, absolutely no trapezoids. Okay, alrighty. So now the next step is to inlay this red, and then we stuff around it with the black. Sorry, not black, it's blue, the dark blue. First thing we want to do though is we want to clean this inlay, the inlay channel, with denatured alcohol so that we make sure we get a really good bond. That is always critical. Get these things nice and clean. So although they do look clean, there's always a little bit of oil, the machining oil, because these are machined and on a metal lathe, so they do get a little oil residue that needs to be cleaned off. Alright, I'm going to start at least wearing gloves. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up wearing gloves, but I just kind of hate getting that glue all over my fingers, so we'll give it a shot and see if that helps, or it just makes it if it makes me want to go crazy. So we'll start inlaying that red into the ring channel. Let me get like a little bitty. All right, there we go. So let's get started and see if we can do this without gluing ourselves to it. One thing that's a little different about this guy is it has red on one side and black on the other, so we don't want to get it with the black side up. We want the red side up. I'm going to make sure we keep it that way. Hit all the inlay. We put the red side up. on all the inlay pieces. I'll try something, put a little dot of glue there. Maybe instead of putting the glue in the channel, then I can take the piece and dab him in the glue and then stick him to the channel. Alright, I think that's looking pretty good. So that's step one. We'll let that cure, and then we'll go in and we'll fill in with the black, with the dark blue around it, and then we do grinding, polishing, more grinding, sanding, finishing, and all the other stuff to get it looking really pretty. All right, now we're going to try to inlay the dark blue material in to kind of around the red. So let's put a little bit of glue, and then we'll do the same thing we did. See how that works. Do a new spot though. A little glue. And just pick it and inlay it. Just little bits. Push it down with a jeweler's tool here, otherwise known as a toothpick. Let's get okay, so let's go ahead and let that dry for a while. I'm going to put a little fill and finish here, which is like what they use on a lot of rings, and what they use on the guitars to fix or repair guitars. So this will seep in, hopefully bind everything together really good. Alright, here's that ring, custom, and it's doesn't look like much right now. It's got the red inlay and then the dark blue crammed in around it and seeped up over it, and a couple of layers of a finish to keep it all kind of bonded in there. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the lathe, spin it really good, and we will use sandpaper and basically just sort of sand it down till we get where the red is showing outside the blue, and hopefully it'll look nice. We'll see, but let's give it a try. It's a really beautiful day today, and nothing I'd like better be doing than making rings. Putting a layer of finish over that to kind of take out some of the little pitting, and then we'll sand it again with a finer sandpaper. Now I just need to buff him up and he'll be good. All right, here's that ring for that rescue diver and his wife, who's a nurse, with both of their uniforms in it. So it came out pretty nice. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to them. If you'd like a ring made with a fabric inlay from the wood of an M1 Garand, from the deck of a battleship, please let me know. I do a lot of custom work, and I'd love to make a ring for you. Check out hillcountryrings.com for more options. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.